I was tackling siphoning, and I learned a few things about the FJ. I couldn't do it through there. I couldn't get the tube way down in there, so I thought maybe I'll lower the gas tank. Here and here, there's some bolts. Pretty easy to get the straps off. First, you lower the cover with 4 bolts, and then you lower the actual gas tank. Before that, you need to disconnect the fuel pump, which is right there, and the access is right in the under the rear seats. You just lift those bad boys up forward, and the little black cap there I'll show later. Well, none of that led to anything because it was just going to be a ton more work and other attachments to do to get that gas tank to be able to lower down. So screw it. I could siphon it through though where the fuel pump is. That is one good thing. I ended up going back here, not in through the fuel door, but actually down below. I could disconnect, and I'll show you later where I went through. And that was successful to get all that old gas out for my project. Of course, it's always more messy than what you think it'll be. So looking back here under the back seat on the driver's side, just take up this plate here, and it'll show access to the fuel pump. Now, I don't believe you can remove the fuel pump wholly through this hole, because the cap part, the white plastic that screws on, not this, down there won't fit through. But you can get good access to the electronics and the fuel inlet, return maybe. So on the front end where this connector is, there's a little rubber piece, and this is plastic, I think, inside of the black rubber. That all fits down in here with a clip that's on the underside. One of those super annoying clips that you have to kind of use a screwdriver to push against each way and pry it up. If you don't want to break it, it goes in that oval hole. But anyways, that gives kind of a seal for fumes when you have that other black plate that I unscrewed. And here's the connection there. I used some big long pliers to pull that out. I tried it with my hand and just couldn't get a good grip on it. You have to squeeze like that. Use those bad boys. You don't need the 90-degree angles. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm recording this late at night. Get these fuel lines off. You pry with a flathead these little yellow things outward, out and away, and they can come completely off. You can pop them all the way off, then you pull the lines straight up, and they'll come up. So there they are. You can put them back in after you pop those things back down. So you can siphon through that far hole if you want. You get a little bit of gas at a time. I chose to go through the back here. So I'm going in from behind under the rear bumper, and I disconnected the fuel filler hose from the other. And then I've got my siphon bulb going up to a gas tank, and I actually got 11 gallons out of this thing. And we can see the little bubbles going up, little air bubbles, showing that the gas is flowing through. It took forever though when you siphon this little tube.